Hey everyone, it's Zach with Palantir Research. We've got more updates today on Palantir in regards to Ukraine, as well as Keith shouting out his $50 price target once again. But looking at the stock first, it looks like Palantir wanted to open up the week with some strength, and as of this recording, more than up 4% and even 5% at some times during the high. Now, the indices as well are doing fine, so it seems to be one of those overall positive days for the stock, not necessarily due to any specific catalyst, even though I did make that video earlier this morning on their latest multi-year commercial deal with Option Care. Now, I don't think this is the reason at all for the price action, considering the overall markets, like I said, especially the NASDAQ up being up as it is. But Keith Fitzgerald posted his Fox Business interview on YouTube, and he goes over his thoughts since the new year has started, and Palantir definitely comes up in the conversation near the end of his segment. He still loves Palantir and the growing number of use cases, which shows to him the potential for growth of the company, and he's got to close out with that bold statement saying he thinks it's a $50 stock in a few years. And we also heard this recently from a few weeks back, saying Palantir is getting the deserved recognition. So no flip and tune yet from Keith, which we'll be watching out for, but nice to see the consistency since the start of the new year. And then Bloomberg released an article a few minutes ago, actually, as of this recording, stating that the White House is meeting or met with Palantir, Anduril, Fortem, Skydio, as well as other defense companies. And that's to discuss battlefield technologies that are helping Ukraine in their war against Russia. Now, it is said that they spent around half a day with the tech companies and VCs as well on how the United States can provide assistance, which I'm assuming is focused more on the tech side than the actual munitions and weapon side, at least as the focal point. And then for Palantir, the big thing pointed out that's already public is demining. But we know Palantir has also had a hand in unmanned aerial systems, and that's utilizing targeting, but also the countering to Russian drones, which I think would fall under this too. So Palantir is definitely a pivotal player in this conversation. Now, the most interesting part I'd say is that they also want to set up the defense industrial base for Kyiv's needs, but additional future conflicts and critical areas, which I think is honestly the massive opportunity for Palantir if they get their hands in helping. So they've already proven themselves with a proficient product managing supply chains for global organizations and heavyweights in their industries, government and non-government. So this certainly isn't a large leap for the United States military and around the world. Now, the big thing, though, is that the article was emphasizing this still isn't a substitute for supplemental funding from Congress, which has gotten to say the U.S. public not really caring as much now or having news fatigue and just the passage of time here. But I think Palantir being a part of this conversation is still very important, especially on setting up the industrial defense space, which they have plenty of experience and value to bring to the table. So I'll keep an eye out for future updates on Ukraine, and maybe this comes up to something with a new deal. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.